you guys are a wonderful, lovely singing group and should consider touring. We have a wonderful panel here today of folks that we hope will entertain you. We unfortunately will not have Aaron with us. Egoraptor is very ill. I know. I blame everyone who shook hands with him over the past 2 days. But he's with us here in spirit. He says he apologizes. We do, however, have one extra performer with us today so that we have 9 people on the panel of very differing talents, resumes, and this is going to be fun. This is what Voice-A-Palooza is all about. We today are going to read from a number of different movies. We're going to pick some voices. Maybe you'll pick the voices that we do them in. They'll be in our character voices or just our voice that we choose. It certainly will not be an impersonation of anybody who was originally in that movie. So these are the actual scripts, and in some cases, the scripts are a little different than what you saw in film because some of them had a little improvisation going on behind the camera. So you'll be hearing things maybe for the first time in a way you hadn't heard them before. We're also going to create from scratch at the end of this panel a brand new video game here at Voice-A-Palooza based upon your suggestions. So we will get your ideas, your suggestions. You will tell us what characters we play, what implements of destruction will be used, where it will be, and this game will belong to each and every one of you, whether you want it to or not. So let us get started. We'll start off on the other end here, and we're going to start with some introductions, who we are and what we do.
What's up, everybody? My name is Alexander Brandon. It's great to be here. It was awesome to be invited by Wes to be part of this. You might have heard my voice in some video games like Skyrim as the voice of Ankano from the Mages Guild. I've also been the voice of General Zod and, so I've got it written down here. Yeah, Black Adam from DC Universe. If you're familiar with those characters, that was a really fun project. And I also write music for games such as Unreal Tournament, Deus Ex, and most recently Destiny, Beast and Tail. So, great to be here.
Evening, everybody. Wonderful to see you. My name is Mike Rossi. I'm a singer-songwriter, show-off performer, professional idiot, and lurking class stiff as well. And I've done some voices. You may remember that I'm the voice of Gob in Fallout 3, and Moriarty and Professor Lesko, and all the actually male ghouls in the whole thing. And that's about it. I'm just here to light you up.
Hey, I'm Rebecca Sugar. I created a show called Steven Universe. I wrote music for that show. I also wrote music for Adventure Time. I'm absolutely not an actor at all, so I'm going to do my best. Thanks in advance.
Yo, I'm Ian Jones-Quartey, Ian JQ. I'm the supervising director of Steven Universe. I also voiced Wallow on Bravest Warriors. And I've done my own pilot, Lakewood Plaza Turbo. And I did Knock Force, webcomics, and lots of other stuff for many years. Thanks, it's great to be here.
Hey guys, my name is Matthew Mercer. I'm an actor from Los Angeles, California. Projects I've been in, let's see, Alvin Tells Maxilia, 1982, as well as, here, I gotta take it off first. Let's see other things. The brain's faltering me now. Upcoming, I'm the voice of Abe, one of the trackers involved. Comes out next month, so have fun with that one. Okay, that's fun. Also, those who are playing the new downloading content for Saints Row, Got Out of Hell, the voice of Blackbeard, and the Pride weapon, Gallows Dodger. So, a bunch of other fun stuff, so yeah.
Hello, I am Marisha Ray. I am an actor, and voice actor, and host Superpower Beatdown. And then I also am the voice of Margaret from Persona, and I'm also Haley in War Machine Tactics, and yeah, stuff. All stuff. Hello, my name is Karen Carbone. I am an actor, voice actor, stunt actor based here on the East Coast. And you guys are probably, unless you watch the Discovery educational channels, a bunch of cartoon voices for that, but most notably, I was Moira Brown in Fallout, and as I played the game yesterday, and all the horrors in that game. Hi guys, I'm Sherry Oliver, and I'm a voice actor from this area, and I'm going to give you my list here. Thank you to Wes for reminding me of the characters that I played.
Sherry has a short-term memory.
I do. If anyone has like a dementia study they want, people to come in, I will be part of that. Anyway, I was with Elder Scrolls, and I did the voice of Azura, and also in Morrowind, I was voice of Azura in Morrowind, and also all of the female Imperials in Blood Moon and Tribunal.
As well as all of Morrowind.
Yes, Star Paladin Cross. I was thank you, Mom. I appreciate that very much.
Mom has a very masculine voice.
In Space Nine, I was one of the original Star Trek captains, as long as the voice of the Federation computer, and a few other ones. So basically, if I've bossed you around or you've been bitched out at something, it was probably me in at least some of those games. So thank you.
Your moderator here today for Voice-A-Palooza. You may know me from games like Morrowind, where I was the Bretons and the Orcs, and Oblivion, where I was all the Imperial Guards who could see your crimes through walls. I was Lucian the Chance of the Dark Brotherhood, Shane Korath, the Dietrich Prince of Madness. For Fallout 3, I was all of the super mutants like Fox. Win again! Stupid humans. And a lot of other things that we really can't talk about here today. I was Triple F, Fat Fuck Frank, and Dirty Shame with John Waters-Witch. We screened in a secret room last night amongst about 30 people. If you weren't there, it meant you weren't at my panel at midnight, so shame on you. We're going to have a great deal of fun here today. All of you received when you came in these little index cards and the pins, which you very nicely shared. If you didn't turn in your index cards, pass them all to the front now. Everybody cooperate. Pass them to the front. The people in the front row can just set them right up here on the table. There we go. Place them face down. And we're going to pass some of these cards down. Guys, take some of these and pass them down. Grab yourself a few. What you've been asked to do is add a couple little phrases, little things. Maybe your parents told you. Maybe you heard on the subway, a movie, and these are all empty, sir. Pass them down, make sure everybody has a number of them. We will be reaching through these today at random moments and using our character voices from the different games to do your quotes. Okay? So hopefully your quote will be the one that we pull out, and we hope that you all didn't make it too filthy. So we thank you for your cooperation. Now, just to start things off, how many people have seen the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Yeah! How many people like the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High? How many people liked it just because of Phoebe Cates? Okay, we know who you are now. We've got a scene here where Brad, who was originally played by Judge Reinhold, is working in the bathroom. I'm going to pass this down. I wonder, who would you guys like to see play Brad? Ian? All right, pass that down. Ian, you are now Brad. Who is the co-worker? You. Rebecca, you are now Arnold. I think I've been hearing Matt. So Matt, You are the angry businessman. And who is the boss? You! Who? Oh, you want me? Yeah. All right. I will be the boss. And we're going to play these in different voices. Now, I'll need a narrator since I'm not doing that. Sherry, will you narrate the movie? We need to keep the narration going fairly crisp. Hold on to your lunch, everybody. All right, so Sherry is going to be the narrator of this film. Now, Brad is played by Alex. Alex, what character voice will you use for this?
That's a good question. Where's the script?
Did he not get it yet?
I haven't got it yet.
Oh, was it Alex or Ian? Ian, sorry. Alex
I gave the script away.
Stand by. Ian, who are you? You're going to play Brad?
I kind of only play one voice ever.
Okay, well, just play that voice.
All right, I'll be Wallow from Bravest Warriors as Brad.
All right. Wallow is Bravest Warriors as Brad. And is Arnold, who is Arnold? Rebecca is the co-worker. And we're going to go with the boss. That's me. I'm going to play it as Fox from Fallout 3. The angry businessman, is that you, Matt?
That's me.
Who are you going to play that as?
I'm going to play it as, oh my God! All I hear is noise. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and do it as Rexar from Hearthstone and Warcraft.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you a scene from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Sherry, I'm here. Take it away.
Exterior, Carl's Jr., morning. Interior, Carl's Jr. bathroom, morning. Inside the bathroom, Brad Hamilton applies the Carl scrub brush to a felt-tip graffiti message near the mirror. I eat big hairy pussy. He pauses and catches himself in the mirror. He adjusts his hair.
Lisa, I have something to tell you. Look, I'm a senior now. I'm a single, successful guy, and I've got to be fair to myself. Lisa, I think I need my freedom.
Brad pauses, looks at the mirror soulfully.
Oh, don't do that. Don't take it personally, okay? Please? I knew you'd understand because...
The bathroom door opens. It's Arnold, the boy who Brad got a job.
Brad, I know you're on break, but would you cover me on Register 3?
Brad nods, exits. Interior, Carl's Jr. counter. Brad stands at the register. We see a prominent display over Brad's head. Try our 100% guaranteed breakfast. The last of many hairy businessmen, customers, gets his breakfast order and takes his seat. Brad is joined by Dennis Taylor, the assistant manager.
Come on! Leave that counter off, Brad! Let's go. Play ball!
Okay, Dennis.
Brad begins polishing the counter, and Dennis Taylor returns to his office at the back of the kitchen. Brad watches him disappear behind the door that says, Assistant Manager. As soon as Dennis disappears behind the door, the one businessman in the place rises and returns to the counter.
May I help you?
The businessman has short, curly brown hair. He speaks in a whine.
Yes. This is not the best breakfast I ever ate.
The businessman points to the huge display over Brad's head. Try our 100% guaranteed breakfast.
And I want my money back.
Brad begins searching under the counter.
Well, I believe you have to fill out a form. There's a pad right here.
No. I want my money back, traveler.
That's not the way it works, really? And you ate most of your food already.
See that sign? It says 100% gold back guarantee. Do you know the meaning of the word guarantee? Do they teach you that here? Give me my money back.
Brad begins looking to the restroom. Where's Arnold?
I can't do that. But if you wait a minute...
Look, put your little hand back
my 2.75 gold pieces back. Okay. Please, Brad.
I'm sorry, sir. Just let me find the forms here.
I am so tired. I am so tired of dealing with morons. How hard is it to...
Brad looks up from under the counter. No amount of pay will make him take that kind of insult.
Mister, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna kick 100% of your ass.
Manager!
Bam! Thank you. The door to the assistant manager's office swings open, and Dennis comes hurtling out of the back.
Can I help you, sir? Is there a problem? You bet there's a problem. Your employee used profanity and threatened me and Misha with violence. I'm shocked, frankly. I've eaten here many times, and I've already enjoyed the service. Until today.
Angle on bathroom door as it opens and Arnold starts toward the register. He quickly sees the incident with the irate businessman and ducks back inside the bathroom.
All I wanted was my money back for his breakfast. It was a little undercooked. And this young man threatened me. Now I plan to write a letter. I plan to...
Dennis wheels around to Brad.
You present this man use profanity in any way?
He hella insulted me first. He called me a moron.
Did you threaten this customer or use profanity in any way?
Hell yes, sir.
Brad looks around, expecting his friends to defend him. Dave and Rich seem very occupied with their work. Brad is stunned.
Very sorry to happen to you, sir. Thank you very much. I will not hunt you down. You can always try.
Then Brad unhooks his fryer soap apron and throws it on the counter. He grabs a backpack and walks out of the place. On the way, he bangs on the bathroom door with his fist.
I hope you had a hell of a piss, Arnold.
And scene. So that's kind of how Voice-A-Palooza works right there. We've got plenty of scripts to go through here today, but first, I'd like everybody to reach into their deck of quotes, find a random quote. We'll start over here with me, and we will, in a character, read the quote. Let's see. Okay. Guys, good handwriting is a plus. Let me see. Here we go. This one's for Alexander Brennan. We can pass that down. All right, here we go. This one I'll do in the voice of Egoraptor. Have you ever drank beans from a shoe?
And I will do this in my Star Paladin Cross, get out of my face voice. Girl, get that booty in my face, booty in my oxygen, I need it to breathe. Okay, this is going to be Moira, a little out of character for her.
She felt his warm body flush against her, his stiffening meat slowly creeping up her back. While his hands sought to find the depth of her ocean, and he became the Poseidon of her sea.
Who the hell wrote that?
I think I was like a sample from someone's fanfic. Total lie. Find the full thing on TV. Okay. Let's do this as an undead Denegger to me. I haven't been out of my
busting the Mario voice, so I'll do my best.
Hello! Now, I don't know what you're thinking. Did he fire 5 fireballs or 6? But to tell you the truth, in all of this excitement, I kind of lost the track of myself. But the being is I can shoot a fucking fireballs out of my hands, and it doesn't matter how many shots I have fired. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do you feel lucky, Bob?
Here's just 4 nice words that I'll read as follows.
What a septucentennial cluster cluck!
I got something from Viv. I don't know if I can even sound this angry, but I'll try. Wrong answer, McFly.
I don't know what it's from, but I'll do it as Popeye.
Hey, razor lips! Oh, your mama was a snowblower.
I don't know what this is from either, but I'm going to save some of the game voices for later. I'm going to do it as Morgan Freeman.
Leon S. Kennedy is having a midlife crisis. And his team of guardian angel zombies are giving him life advice.
All right. We're going to get back to more of those in just a few, but right now we're going to take one last trip to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I'd like you to pass this one down to Alex. Alex, if you would be the narrator on this one. Pass this one down to Mike Rawson.
Mike, I would like you to play Spicoli in the voice of Don Knotts, Barney Fife. I would like both Karen and Marisha, if you wouldn't mind, we've got just a quick little thing here. I believe these guys are here. Hang on. La, la, la. Yeah, we have the Granada Jocks, and I'll need you guys to read just that. Once we get to that, it's on the last page. The Granada Jocks. I seem to be missing my last page. So, I'll tell you what, can you write down that phrase? Oh, you do? So I'll take one of those. That would be lovely. Excellent. Collation. It's important. So, I'm going to be playing LC, which is Little Charles, who's Jefferson's younger brother, as Arnold Schwarzenegger. So Spicoli and Arnold Schwarzenegger one night cruising in the car. It is Don Knotts and Arnold Schwarzenegger, as you know, used to hang out all the time. So, Alexander, if you could take it away, please.
Jeff Spicoli is behind the wheel. Sitting next to him is little Charles, LC, Jefferson's younger brother. They're smoking grass and holding lower-brow beers in between their legs. The radio is blasting the music of Rick James.
Hey, slow down. This is my brother's car. I thought he was out of town. He is.
They speed off down Ridgemont.
Hey, have you seen the new Playboy? Yeah. Suzanne Summers tits. I like sex.
Spicoli sees something in the rearview mirror.
Oh, hold your beer down, LC. I think it's a cop.
Spicoli slows down. The car behind him slows down.
This is the cop. He's definitely cruising me at busting distance.
The high beams switch on behind Spicoli.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
The car behind Spicoli then advances to the point where it is now almost touching the blue Mustang.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
This ain't no car.
The mystery car bumps them lightly from behind.
Hey, He's gonna scratch my brother's car.
The two boys start yelling. High beams fill the Mustang with bright light and... Then mystery car pulls back. Then up alongside Spicoli and LC on the left, we hear the music on the radio of George Thorogood's Ride On Josephine.
It's a bunch of jocks in the Granada.
They're fucking with us.
The drivers of the two cars eye each other's. Then the grandma begins inching over, trying to force Spicoli off the road.
My brother's car!
All right, die, you know, jocks.
Spicoli guns ahead in a real bullet move and easily overtakes the grandma. The Grenada. I would have done the whole thing with grandma. Spicoli is proud of himself. He checks himself out in the rear view and turns to LC.
Would you roll your window up, LC? It's messing my hair.
Spicoli pulls way ahead of the Grenada while LC rolls his window up. Spicoli looks over to LC and smiles wickedly. Now Spicoli wants to show off. He pushes the pedal to the floor.
We just missed a turn off to the party.
You know the thing I love about Mustangs?
What?
The steering wheel.
Spicoli fingers the bubbles in the wheel.
You know, with your genuine Mustang steering wheel, you can negotiate a hairpin turn with ease, my man.
On the word ease, Spicoli curls his finger into one of the Mustang steering wheel bubbles and whips it clockwise. The idea is to turn off onto a side street and head back to the party. But instead, at the moment of the hairpin turn, LC is attempting to switch the radio station. Spicoli crooks his finger farther into the bubble than he expected. The car swings in a complete circle, a circle that includes a bright yellow fire hydrant. The hydrant rips the side of the car open like a can of tuna. There is a silent moment of terror.
Are you okay?
There is silence. Outside the smashed car, the Grenada jocks past Spicoli and LC.
For you!
Then LC stirs and utters his first words.
My brother is going to kill us. He's going to kill you, and then he's going to kill me. He's going to kill us.
Well, just be glad you're all right.
My brother is going to shit.
Is he gonna shit or is he gonna kill us?
First, he's going to shit, and then he's going to kill us.
Well, you just relax, man. He's not gonna kill us. My father's a television repairman. He's got all kinds of tools. I can fix this car.
And shit. Alrighty then. So, who would you like to hear read a card, folks? You greedy bastards. Alright, well let's start at the other end down there. Alexander, if you could start off a card and pick your character, tell us who it is and what's your line.
You got it. I will do this as Ancano, and it says to read it in a French or Spanish accent. I think I'll go French.
I have a cheese in my pants and I like it.
Again, I don't know where a lot of these come from, but I'm going to do this one as, any of you remember, Mr. Magoo? Oh, God! What are these ballpark crank doing under my seat?
Try to do this the way I sort of pitched Pearl. He just blew up the cargo ship, and the cargo was people.
This one says it was meant for Aaron, but since he's not here, I'll give him my best try.
It's no use! Take this!
I'm gonna go ahead and do this one as Anarchy from Arkham Origins.
All right, regardless of what the government may think, who has 2 thumbs and hates telling people how many thumbs they have? This guy.
This is a good out-of-character line from Margaret. So, let's do Margaret with this one. Reese, will you please bring out the gun?
A whole different DLC for Persona.
The Pulp Fiction expansion.
Okay, we'll keep this in Fallout, and this time it will be pick a whore, any whore from Fallout. Good choice.
I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
And since my memory lapses don't allow me to remember any characters I don't on video games, I'm going to do a character from some graphic novel audio books that I did. This is an old lady that I did for a book.
You did an old lady?
I did. It was actually way hotter than you'd think.
Anyone can suck penis, but nobody can pee suck this.
Words to live by.
You see, you're learning things here today. This is an educational thing. I'm going to do this one as, this is requested for me to do, so I'm going to do this one as Lucy LaChance. Ooh, she got a booty. She do. All right, are you ready for another movie? Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to a classic of the science fiction genre, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. I'm only going to assign one role in this, and you can pick who you want for the rest. So the first role is just one line, but it's very dramatic. Ricardo Montalban, with his fake pecs, was so good in this role. As Khan, I give you Mike Rawson in the voice of Droopy. Pass that up. Now, who would you like in the role of Kirk? Matt. All right, Matt. We'll pass this to you. And what voice would you like to use for Kirk?
Just to make it fun, let's go ahead and do Leon Kennedy.
Leon Kennedy as Kirk. Good. Now, how about Bones? Ian? All right, Ian, we're passing this down to you. You'll be playing the irrational Dr. Bones. And do you have a certain voice, or do you want to go with
I guess I'll just do Bones as Silver the Hedgehog.
Lovely. Now, we're going to need a Mr. Spock. All right, those who wanted to be Sherry, cheer. Those who want Spock to be Marisha. It sounds like Marisha to me. All right. We'll pass that on down. And would you like to do Spock in the voice of?
Let's do Spock as Cheryl from Archer.
This is going to add some new vibes to that very, very sad scene we have here at the end. All right, I need a Mr. Scott. No, I know what you're thinking, but that might be a little too on the nose.
Rebecca!
I'm hearing a bunch of Rebecca from Mr. Scott. How's your Scottish accent, Rebecca?
Sure.
Or whatever voice you'd like, pass that down to Rebecca. Rebecca is now Mr. just not. Sing it with the ukulele. And we need a Sonic. Me is Sonic? All right. I will be the lovely Sonic. What voice? Washington Capitals. Okay, Sonic is the Washington Capitals announcer. And we need a narrator. I think it's going to Alex, Sherry. They're passing you by over and over again.
I'll be over here if you need me.
Pass that on
Thanks
down.
for nothing. What did I ever do to you? What you did only? Oh yeah, that's true. She still loves me.
All right, here we go. This is the penultimate scene. The most dramatic in Star Trek history. The Wrath of Khan. Take it away, Alexander.
This is a straight up spoiler alert for all those folks out there who haven't seen it.
Yeah, you've only had about 400 years. And 2 movies with the same plot.
Things that are true.
Enterprise backs away from Reliant. Her speed is painfully slow. On screen, Enterprise intermittent image backs away. Khan smiles triumphantly through his pain. An electronic power sound has been building.
No, you can't get away from hell's hardest guarantee. Oof. For heaven's sake, I speak my last breath in years.
Khan topples forward dead. The wine continues to build chillingly. Spock rushes in. Bones ministers to Scotty. Background. Spock sizes up the situation. Starts for the radiation. Bones intercepts him.
Are you out of your English-triggering mind? No human can tolerate the radiation loose in there.
Yeah, but it's like so fun of observing, Doctor. As you can see, I'm not really human.
But it's no use. You're not going in there.
Yeah, I'm afraid I can't stop to discuss this logically. Do you mind if I glue up?
He gives Bones the Vulcan nerve pinch. Bones goes down. Spock presses the access button and enters the reactor room, a separated area behind radiation-proof glass and metal, red flashing lights, and an iridescent blue glow within.
Spock, get out of there.
Bathed in blue light, arcing energy around him, Spock is a silhouetted figure as he goes to work, door closing behind him. The whine increasing, the dead ship Reliant alive with danger. A snail's pace compared to the escape speed needed.
All right, time for my mark.
2 minutes, 10 seconds.
Andrew, what's happening?
Outside the glass, Scotty and Bones screaming.
Captain, please.
Get out! Get out, man! Oh, dear God!
We can see the silent urging of Bones and Scotty. Spock is oblivious. Amid the fire-blue arcs, he moves to the control panel. Between his hands and the controls, power arcs insanely. Spock is an inferno, a radiation hell, fighting now with all his strength to control it. Slowly, the damping rods move out. Spock moves to a manual control and begins to turn it. On the manual control, slowly turning black. His face, using all the self-discipline he's capable of to control the pain, continuing to work. Bones and Scotty react in helpless horror. Exterior Space Nebula. Enterprise still well within the nebula. Reliant, a figure still visible in the background. She's crawling still. Interior Enterprise Bridge. Reliant, now a symbol of death, on screen.
Time.
3 minutes, 30 seconds.
All right, distance from Reliant.
400 kilometers.
Kirk looks at David, but David shakes his head. No way. Then...
Sir, the mains are back online.
Bless you, Scotty. Go, Sonic.
She increases power and... Exterior Space Nebula, series of shots.
It's a power play!
With a burst of warp speed, Enterprise accelerates out of the lazy base and whooshes out of scene, leaving Reliant behind. Point of view Reliant, disappearing in the swirls of POV Mutara Nebula, which clears the flame, and Enterprise roaring through space, and Reliant, the whine increases to fever pitch. Then she goes. Exterior Mutara Nebula Master Effect. As Reliant goes, so does the Nebula. The Genesis effect we saw in its earliest experiments now seems familiar on a gigantic cosmic scale. The blinding flash at first, followed by the same tumbling turbulence of the miniature test. It is awesome. Interior Enterprise Bridge. The bridge doors open and Carol appears. Instinctively, she draws near her son. Finally, Kirk turns, sees Carol.
Reduce speed. My God, Carl. Look at it. It's like Raccoon City all over again.
On screen and intercut, Genesis tumbles and starts evolving. A moment in history.
Engine room. Well done. Scotty?
Jim, you better get down here. It's juicy jam time. Hurry.
The tone frightens Kirk.
She's some jam time. Sonic, take the con.
He moves through the doors quickly, leaving the rest staring at the new world evolving. Interior stairway to engine room. It is endless. Kirk runs forever, feet pounding down, down, down. Exterior space on screen. The clouds tumble and move. New things lie beyond. Interior stairs. Kirk races. Interior Enterprise engine room. Kirk emerges to encounter Scotty and Bones. Their looks tell him. He sees the flashing light over the reactor room. He dashes for the control panel. Bones grabs him.
No, sir, you'll flood the whole compartment.
You'll die.
It's no use, Jim.
Kirk's eyes bulge.
Oh, God.
Angle at reactor room glass door. With stunned understanding, Kirk tumbles to the floor, sees Spock on his knees, hands blackened, face cracked with radiation lines and scars. Spock shakes his head. With a feeble hand, he reaches the intercom button. Filtered communication.
Spock!
What? I mean, the ship out of danger?
Yes. Spock is satisfied. He fights for breath.
Don't grieve, Admiral. It's logical. I mean, the good of the many... What's that called? What's that phrase again? I know. The good of the many... Oh, never mind. Who cares?
Almost keels over. Kirk has tears streaming down his face. It's the good of the few, if I recall.
Whatever. Do you just mind? Will you choke me a little bit?
Like this. He props a hand on the glass to support himself. Kirk's hand reflexively goes to match Spock's on the other side of the glass.
I never took the Kobayashi Maru test until now. It's kind of hot. So, like, what do you think of my solution?
Hey, Spock.
I've been your friend for, you're not my friend, whatever. But just, whatever, always, I guess I'll be your friend, and live long, and prosper, or something like that.
Spock falls. Bones and Scotty react.
Will you choke me one more time before I die?
You've come to see this. There's new life, a whole new world, a Genesis world.
When Kirk is past hearing or hearing, he is huddled up against the
changes the whole thing a little bit, doesn't it?
I've got there's a Morgan Freeman card down here, if you can pass that down to Alexander. Yeah. And we're probably going to do the cards one more time. What do y'all think? You want to do that? And we'll start over here with me, and I will go ahead and do a little, let's see, shagboard. Somebody wanted that. Here we go. Moses supposes his toes are roses. But Moses supposes erroneously. Ta-ta.
This is my 4-year-old niece, Katie.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
This is Bobby Hill.
Geez, Dad, and that's the reason I don't cook bacon while naked anymore.
Since there seems to be a trend of us doing kids for this round, let's do Timmy Turner.
Sand cleavage. No, hot dog cleavage. Popsicle cleavage. Ice cream cleavage. No. Butt cleavage.
Well, I'll go with the child at heart here, and I'll do Thoktar Iron Skull, one of the Highball announcers in Warcraft.
I love giraffes. No, like I love giraffes. Their long, slender necks, those little horny things. Oh, their hooves. I just love them.
Alright, I'll try this card as the voice of Mr. Queasy from the Steven Universe episode.
Ooh, kid, try a somersault. Use the boost to chase. Got me thick. Do a barrel roll. Maybe not too many of them. Use bump wisely.
I'll try to sing one. Let me give this a shot. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of bubble gum.
Well, let's keep it musical. I'll read this one as Carol Channing.
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
I know this one says Morgan Freeman on it, so I'm going to apologize to who said it. I'd like to honor Egoraptor with one of the voices from one of his videos.
One of life's greatest pleasures is a warm suppository, Pikachu! However, Helena will still not be my friend because we love you!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, I would like to take a moment for a brief musical interlude. We have two wonderful players of the, is it the Banjo-Uke guys? Is that the proper term?
Banjo-Uke or Banjolele?
Well, Rebecca, do you have a song that you would like to give us? And Mike, would you like to give us a song?
Yeah, we both, I practiced his and he practiced mine.
Yeah, so I'll back you up and you back me up.
Okay.
All right, let's hear it for him.
Alright, this is a song I wrote for Steven. Isn't this such a beautiful night? Whoa, we're underneath 1,000 shining stars. Isn't it nice to find yourself somewhere different? Whoa, what while you let yourself just be where you are. Look at this place, look at your faces. I've never seen you look like this before. Isn't it nice to find yourself somewhere different? Whoa, why don't you let yourself just be wherever you are? Oh, it's really out of tune. All right, yeah, all right, we're good. All right, I'll sing you on his song.
Okay. Now, this is about the subject matter that's very dear to a lot of people's hearts, so let's be respectful. Well, there's lots of talk these days about changing the old way, right on down to what is or ain't a sin. But no matter what awaits when I reach those pearly gates, there's no way that I ain't a-getting in. Because I'm taking my shotgun to heaven. Nobody's gonna take it from me. Yes, I'm taking my shotgun to heaven, just in case me and St. Peter disagree. So bury me with extra ammunition. You never know, I might need to reload. And don't bother with the calculation, because I bring my body to explode. And I am taking my shotgun to heaven, and maybe a pistol or three. Yes, I'm taking my shotgun to heaven. They've already done a background check on me. Now I'll accept any judgment that I'm given. I'm a good man and I've been one all my life. And I know in the end I'll be forgiven. But just in case I better bring my knife, 'cause I'm taking my shotgun to heaven. When a brighter day in glory had gone. Yes, I'm taking my shotgun to heaven. I'll be armed and ready for the great beyond. Yes, I'll be armed and ready for the great beyond.
That was awesome. Give it up again. Let's give a big Colossus roar for Without Sugar and Mike Russell. All right, gang. How many of you out there have seen the movie? We've got 2 movies left. Only 2. How many have seen the movie Birdman? The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give myself a role on this one. I'm going to go ahead and do the narration of this. All right, Alexander, you're doing such a fine job, but I'm taking over here. Now, we have some other roles in this one. We have the actual Birdman himself. I don't know if he makes an appearance. So we do have Riggin, who normally is played in Birdman by Michael Keaton. However, here, Riggin is going to be played by Matt Mercer. All right. I think we can have a reappearance of our character later. I really want this to be Strong Bad. Okay. Yeah. But it is a Strong Bad. Hold on one moment. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the lady who's put all this together today. Yeah. She's had a lot of help from a lot of people, but this is Steph Crater. Let's hear it for her.
the in-front person.
Get old, Mom. Yeah.
So, I wanted to apologize that Aaron Hansen isn't here at this panel because he's supposed to be. He is actually very sick. And I have to put a shout out on Guidebook because he's actually, we need to cancel the rest of his showings. Yeah, he's very, very sick. He's it's like JonTron 2 years ago. It's just terrible. He's super sick. He was sick actually yesterday for his Game Grumps thing, and he just got worse after it. So, and he's just been sleeping, and I got to go get them cough drops. He's making all the other grumps sick too. It's kind of sad. Yeah, it's terrible. It's just like germs.
They sent us the PAX box.
Yeah, they should have left it in Texas. Sorry. So you'll see that. So, but I wanted. He's upset that he can't do it, and he's going to miss everybody, but he just can't. He's just too sick. So thank you very much for your understanding. And if you want, tweet at him and be like, "Hey man, sorry, it's cool. I hope you feel better."
Send them all the love.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Aaron did want to be here today, and it's really cool that we've had a couple tributes to him throughout, and everybody in this room, send a tweet to Aaron. We want to flood and shut down his Twitter with goodwill. So please do that. That would be lovely. Now, where were we? We had, yes, Regan, the Michael Keaton character, is played by Strong Bad. Now, we need to have the bad actor, Mike. Who is playing the bad actor, Mike? Rebecca. All right. Pass this down. No. She's acting against type. Shut up. Pass this down there. Rebecca's awesome. She's going to beat you with her banjo uke if you keep that up. You better say you love her because she's got that legendary temper and violent outbreaks, All right, we have Mike, we have Leslie, the actress. Okay, Ian is Leslie. Pass that down. And we have Laura. Sherry, they love you again. And let's see. We have the character in the movie who was played by Zach Galifianakis, and that is Jake. Who is Jake? Karen? Karen is Jake. All right, here we go. Karen, you are Jake. I believe that we have everybody. Do we? Let's see. Oh, no, we've got Annie. It's quick, but we have Annie. Who's Annie? Alex, you're such a perfect Annie. Pass that on down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe this is it. But you know what? I've been wrong today, and I'll be wrong again. But you're going to love that. You hear applause from another room when I say I've been wrong. I'll be wrong again. Massive applause. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hear you do that a little bit. I've screwed up, and I'll screw up again. If only failure could be that fun all the time. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's a stage in New York City on Broadway, rehearsing a play that is the dream of Regan, who used to play a character named Birdman, a very Batman-like character who had 3 movies in a franchise. He's been in ruins ever since. He's trying to make a comeback. This play is his last chance. And here we go, onto Broadway. She turns and looks directly into the camera. Places. Okay. Regan walks on screen wearing his costume, carrying a bucket of ice and a bottle of gin. He goes to the opposite side of the stage and takes his place in the wings. He peeks out at the audience, who seem to be watching with interest. Then we pan to the stage to find Mike Stand by. Scratch that. Okay, Mike. Yeah, Mike would be better. Mike was played by. No. In the movie, Edward Norton. So Rebecca, you're the Edward Norton character. You're a great actor, and we all knew that from the very beginning, didn't we? All right, here we go. Then we pan to the stage. We find Mike, Leslie, and Laura performing the scene we saw at the beginning around the table. Mike looks comfortable, sipping at his drink. A half-empty bottle of gin is on the table.
The maniac shot himself right in front of us. I rode with him in the ambulance to the hospital.
I'll never get that image out of my head, old boy. Right before he did it, his eyes, they were so sad. Lord.
Did you have to treat him?
I didn't have to, but I did. He was in bad shape. His head swelled up like twice the size of a normal head. I've never seen anything like it, and I swear to God, I hope I never do again.
Regan stands near Annie.
You know, that guy's pretty good.
He's incredible. I think he's drinking real gin.
Regan looks out at Mike, who is refilling his glass.
What?
A stagehand gives Regan a bottle. Regan watches and waits for his cue.
Ask Nick what real love is. He'll agree with me. You watch.
Why don't we just head to the restaurant?
Don't get him started, Mel. You haven't seen how he's been lately. He's been depressed. I'm worried about him. He's been...
She gently pushes Regan, and we follow him onto the stage, where Mike goes to refill his glass with the last of the real gin. Regan snatches the bottle out of his hands and gulps the rest straight from the bottle.
Been what, huh? I'll tell you what real love is. This happened a few months ago. All right, so listen to me now. And another thing to make us ashamed that we talk like we talk now, we're talking about when we talk about love. Wow, that was a weird sentence.
Nick, for God's sakes, for God's sakes, for God's sakes, are you getting drunk? Are you getting drunk? Are you getting drunk?
I don't have to be drunk to say what I think, man.
Nobody's drunk. We're just having a few drinks.
You're having more than a few.
Wait, what are you frickin' counting?
Don't you talk to her like that. Don't talk like a drunk if you're not...
Shut up! For once in your freaking life! Will you do me a favor? Just like shut up for a minute. I really appreciate it. Now, like I was saying, there's this old couple had a car wreck on an interstate. Some drunk kid plowed his dad's pickup into their camper. It was kind of crazy.
We begin to hear the underscoring of violins.
Fucking teenager. By the time I got off the hospital, the kid was dead. He was off in a corner, laid out on a gurney. We took the old couple up to the OR. They were a mess. They looked like hell on them for like most of the night, pretty much.
Over the speech, Mike refills and reaches for the new bottle that Regan placed on the stage, refilling his glass.
Now, when we were done, we wrapped them in full body casts, like head to toe. It was awesome. The husband was depressed, and even when I told him his wife was going to pull through, he was like still depressed. What a downer, right? So I got up to his mouth hole, and asked him, that got weird. And asked him, and he told me it was because he couldn't see her through the eye holes. Can you imagine? I'm telling you, the man's heart was breaking because he couldn't turn his goddamn head and see his goddamn wife.
Regan is doing a good job on the stage. Leslie and Laura are genuinely moved. Mike notices he sips his drink.
I mean, it was killing him. Like drug or killing him. Like killing him that he...
I'm tired of this shit.
They all look at Mike in silence.
What the fuck is this, water?
He hurls the glass against the wall. Some laughter coming from the audience. Regan stares at him, confused. He presses on.
Yeah, it was like killing the old master.
Did you just give me water?
Come on, Mike.
Come on, what?
Take it easy. Go home. You're drunk.
Of course I'm drunk. I'm supposed to be drunk. This is Carver, man. This guy lost a piece of liver every time he wrote a page. If I'm supposed to drink gin, then bring me fucking gin. I mean...
You took all the good lines for yourself. At least let me.
The audience is now hysterical, dozens of cell phones pointing at the stage. Mike walks towards the apron facing the audience.
Oh, okay, seriously? You people are pathetic. Put the cell phones down and join the real world. Will somebody please just live in the real world?
He crosses to the refrigerator.
Where's he going?
Mike rummages through the fridge.
Look at this, it's all fake. The milk is fake, the butter is fake.
Reagan storms off the stage.
Your performance is fake. Here, there's chicken, real chicken. The only thing real in here is the chicken, so I'm gonna stick with the chicken.
The audience laughs harder.
Hey, this is good Birdman.
Reagan charges through the chaos backstage, running into a panicked Annie.
Can you do me a favor and get this Mike guy out of here?
How do you want me to do that?
Reagan keeps walking into the hallway. Jake chases him.
You know, I want him gone.
No.
What?
We can't do that.
What are you? Of course we can do that. It's our freaking show.
And scene. Are you ready for the cards again? All right, we're going to start down there with Alexander and head this way. Alexander.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one in the voice of Charlie the Unicorn. not Charlie himself.
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Looks like you could use the advice of an old-fashioned mooncorn farmers. Mooncorn farmers.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug.
This one says, act as Fred Flintstone, impersonating Cave Johnson. I probably won't get to Flintstone's tier Fred Flintstone, but I'll try to hit Fruity Pebbles commercial tier Fred Flintstone. Barney! Bon, now those of you who volunteered to be injected with praying Mantosaurus DNA, I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is, we're postponing my pebbles indefinitely. Good news is, we've got a much better test for you. Fighting an army of Mantosaurus men. Pick up a rock and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts. Wilma! Definitely Fred Flintstone. Not a new voice. I created just now.
We're into this short, sweet line in the voice of Levi from Attack on Titan.
Hey, Aaron, where did this wall turkey come from?
This one's pretty much just fan service, so for whoever wrote this, Persona! This is from a fairy godmother I did for one of the Discovery Education channels.
Time for my daily dose of boner soup.
Okay, this is another graphic novel character that I did, a very lovely Southern woman. I'm glad Megaton got blown up. Fuck that dank ass town, yo.
And I'm going to do this one, Describe Bigley from Fallout. This is from the Broken Steel expansion. The leper said to the waitress, keep the tip. Ladies and gentlemen, within my Ghostbusters movie. And none of the old Ghostbusters are going to be in it. That's right, but they're hiring an all-new, all-female cast of Ghostbusters. But it's going to take them many, many months or years to film it. Why can't we just do it right now, here today? The all-female Ghostbusters. We've got 4 females. We've got 4 Ghostbusters. Yeah, we're going to do it. Just pass down the scripts here. Everybody gets a Ghostbusters script. Now, this is the original Ghostbusters script. But what's interesting about this is that a lot of the lines that you know that are iconic from the movie aren't actually in the script, because the cast was very good at improvising, and they made up a lot of their lines. So, if you come across Winston's line, if you are a god, if someone asks if you are a god, you say yes, well, that's not in this script. But if you're Winston and you feel like changing it back to what it was, go right ahead. That being said, it is now time to cast our Ghostbusters. So, Peter Venkman. Which one of our females up here will be Peter Venkman? All right, I'm hearing Karen. For Karen, cheer. For Marisha, cheer. I think that's Karen. So Karen is Venkman. All right, who is our Spengler? Sherry. Sherry is Spengler. All right. Who is Ray Stantz, the Dan Aykroyd character? Rebecca, you are now Stantz. And that would make you Winston. Okay, Marisha is Winston. How many people like Matt as Strong Bad? Who feels their Voice-A-Palooza and MAGFest experience would not be complete without hearing Strong Bad as Gozer?
How can you possibly say no to that?
We've got a couple little small parts here. We've got Peck. Remember Peck? This man has no dick. That was him. Very small here. Who would play Peck? Ian. Ian is Peck. We have a couple lines for a cop. Mike, you are the cop. I'm thinking, Mike, that's got to be Don Knotts, right? Or the dude. We've got Dana and Lewis at the very end, and that could be, let's see. Who we want to have is Dana. Me is Dana? Okay. And Lewis, the keymaster. Alex is the keymaster. And at the very end, have we gotten everybody? Everybody have a role here? Yeah. We have Bum 1 and Bum 2. We have very small roles, so what we're going to do is Ian, you will be Bum 1, and Mike, you will be Bum 2. So you have 2 roles each, Peck Cop and Bum 1 and Bum 2. And since I'm doing Dana, let's see. Well, we have Lewis. Alex, you can choose if you want Alex or myself to do the narration. Alex. I would have chosen Alex myself. So Alex, you are the narrator of the new all-female Ghostbusters. Your Ghostbusters will be Karen as Venkman. Karen, you have a voice you'll be playing Venkman as?
I'm going to take suggestions.
And Moira Brown. Let's go with Moira. Sherry for Spengler.
Yes, I'm going to do a geek voice that I did for another show.
All right, there we go. Stance, Rebecca.
Nicki Minaj.
I'll try to do Batman.
Okay, Rebecca Stance is Batman. Winston, Marisha, what are you going to do for Winston?
Sit down. Oh, Christ. All right, I'll do a shitty Christopher Walken. Sure. Let's see how terrible this is.
And we've got strong band for Gozer. Ian, who will you do Peck as?
From the John K. Yogi Runs Wild. Sorry, it's really specific.
That's what Voice-A-Palooza is all about. How about you, Mike? What are you going to do the combats?
How about Bullwinkle?
There we go, Bullwinkle the cop. Dana, yes. Who would you like to hear Dana as? I heard Gilbert Godfrey. Alex Lewis, how would you play the Keymaster?
Any suggestions? Well, somebody said Morgan Freeman. We'll go with that.
All right, we're back to Morgan. And now we're going to go back to Ian for Bum One.
George Bush.
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Bum One as Mickey Mouse.
Okay, Mickey Mouse. And Bum Two, Mike?
Barney Rubble.
All right. And the narrator is Alex, and we will start. The Ghostbusters, at the moment that they are heading up the stairs to the roof, they've discovered that Dana's entire apartment is destroyed. And they make their way to the roof to make a terrifying discovery. Just start with go.
Go!
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it okay if I do the narrator as Avery Brooks from Deep Space Nine?
Much approval there.
Okay, cool.
Stats realizes that Venkman expects him to go first. He leads the charge up the stairs. Dana and Louis stare at the temple, then begin a miraculous and horrible transformation into the hideous forms of the terror dogs. The solid stone walls rumble ominously and start to separate. They come running out onto the roof and gape at the scene. The walls open completely, revealing the secret architecture of the temple, a stone staircase leading to a set of monumental doors, and beyond them a massive pyramid that appears to be suspended in midair with no visible means of support. They complete their transformation into the terror dogs, which now turn and snarl menacingly at the Ghostbusters.
I'm a dog!
They can't believe their eyes.
Well, shit! I've been out with some real dogs, but this is ridiculous.
The heavy rumbling of moving stone draws their attention back to the temple. The terror dogs have now taken ritual positions on the staircase. The heavy stone gates begin to open, and a bright white light starts to emerge. As the light descends the stairs, a human form slowly materializes. It is a thin, hollow-cheeked, distinguished-looking man in his early 60s. His eyes are burning red pinholes. He looks around at the spectacular rooftop view, then acknowledges the two terror dogs and starts stroking them like house pets. They stare at the apparition.
It's Sandor, the architect.
Oh boy, I thought he died.
It doesn't seem to have slowed him down any.
think it's Shandor.
He gets to his feet and speaks sharply to Gozer.
Gozer the Gozerian.
He looks up and seems to notice the Ghostbusters for the first time. He busts Gozer.
As a duly constituted representative of the city of New York, and on behalf of the country and state of New York, the United States of America, and the planet Earth, and all of its inhabitants, I hereby order you to cease and desist any and all supernatural activity and return at once to your place of origin or the next parallel dimension.
That ought to do it.
He stands up to his full height and regards Stance curiously.
Hey, you guys! Are any of you like a god?
No.
Then, oh, I got it. Die!
He raises his arms and blows away the Ghostbusters with searing bolts of energy. Momentarily stunned, they tumble all the way down the stairs and almost fall off the edge of the roof.
You know, if someone asks you if you're God, you've got to say yes.
Bateman gets to his feet first, really mad now.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna turn this guy into a ghoul, or toast at least.
The Ghostbusters leap into action. One by one, they activate their proton packs and take up positions for an entrapment. Gozer braces for the onslaught, and Venkman shoots a particle stream at Gozer. Gozer leaps out of the way with superhuman agility and executes a perfect double flip with a half-twisting round-off at the end. Venkman can't believe his eyes.
Oh, agile bastard, isn't he?
Forget the trapping. Just blast it.
Others adjust their units and they all blaze away at Gozer. Gozer stands there calmly and absorbs the force of the streams. There is a brilliant pink flash and Gozer disappears. The Ghostbusters stare for a long moment, finding it hard to believe that they won. Then Winston lets out a triumphant whoop.
Spengler scans the temple with his PKE meter, not at all convinced the danger has passed. Stance bounds up the stairs.
We neutralized him. The guy's a molecular non-entity.
To Venkman and Spengler. He wants to believe it, but sees the doubt on Spengler's face.
Not necessarily.
There is a deep seismic rumble, and the entire building begins to vibrate. The Ghostbusters look around nervously as the entire building starts to sway. Cement carvings and moldings around the edge of the roof crack and break off. In the street, the crowd screams and runs as cement debris rains down the side of the building and crashes on the sidewalk. The Ghostbusters look up at the sky, waiting for the big blow. An incredibly loud thunderclap rocks the rooftop. That was damn good. A bolt of lightning crackles from the swirling dark cloud and strikes the rooftop. The Ghostbusters stand there facing their new god like Moses on Mount Sinai. And then Gozer speaks to them in a voice that can be heard throughout metropolitan New York and parts of New Jersey.
Hey, sub-creatures! Gozer the Gozerian, Gozer the Destructor, Vulgus, Ildahar, you all know it, the other dinosaurs on my Facebook. The Traveler has come. I highly suggest and recommend that perhaps you might be choosing and then perishing.
Is he talking to us?
Oh, what is he talking about? I don't know. Choose what?
What do you mean, choose? We don't understand.
I just told you to freaking choose!
I think he's saying that since we're about to be sacrificed, anyway, we get to choose the form we want him to take.
If you mean I stand here and concentrate on the image of Roberto Clemente, Gozer will appear as Roberto Clemente and wipe us out.
That appears to be the case.
Well, don't think of anything yet. Clear your mind. We can only get one crack at this.
The choice is made! The Traveler will be arriving shortly.
Choose anything. I didn't think of an image, did you?
No.
My mind, it's like it's a total void.
I couldn't help it. It just popped Look!
They all turn and look to the south. From the Ghostbusters' POV, they're looking south past Columbus Circle. They see part of something big and white moving between the buildings, accompanied by thunderous footsteps of almost seismic proportions. Venkman doesn't know what it is yet, but he knows it's coming.
What is it? Ernie, what did you think of?
The massive white shape passes behind some buildings, offering a glimpse of what appears to be a fat white arm. Stance is about to go into shock.
It can't be. It can't be.
The thundering footsteps continue to plod as the thing starts to emerge from behind the buildings. Now we can see part of a blue garment covering its enormous chest. Stance recognizes the monster.
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Hi, everybody!
Winston, Venkman, and Spengler gape. They look across the rooftops and see a large, square, white, bobbing, laughing head atop a massive body of similar puffed white squares. The being is dressed in a tiny sailor's hat, red bosoms, whistle, and lanyard, and a little blue vest with a button undone in the middle, revealing a little white belly. It is the cute, quintessential American brand symbol, looming as large as Godzilla.
I tried to think of the most harmless thing, something that could never destroy us, something I loved from my childhood.
They watch the Marshmallow Man plodding toward them.
And you came up with that?
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He was on all the packages we used to buy when I was a kid. We used to roast Stay Puft Marshmallows at Camp Wakanda.
Great. The marshmallows are about to get their revenge.
The Stay Puft Man plods relentlessly uptown towards the Ghostbusters' rooftop vantage point. The ground rumbles as his big, soft feet come down on the pavement. In the street, people are fleeing in panic as the marshmallow feet pad along, kicking over lampposts and mailboxes. In a car, the driver jumps out just before an enormous white marshmallow foot comes down and flattens his automobile.
Holy shit!
The Ghostbusters stand there helplessly, watching the laughing, bobbing head of the Stay Puft Man as he comes toward them.
What now?
Full stream with strobe and pulse.
Venkman looks at Stance. Stance shrugs.
Well, I guess that's all we got.
They step up to the edge of the roof, moving like warriors, now ready to face the consequences. Peck comes running out to the front of the apartment building. People are fleeing the oncoming monster. Peck grabs a cop who is just about to flee himself.
Are the Ghostbusters up there? Yeah. I want you to go up on the roof, Yogi, and arrest them. This time they've gone too far.
The cop looks at Peck like he's insane, then sees the Stay Puft Man looming up ahead at the end of the block.
You arrest them, numbnuts. I'm getting out of here.
He runs off, and Peck turns to face the monster, the Stay Puft Man. The ground shakes with every step as he reaches the building. Then, using the church next door as a stepping stone, he begins climbing the wall. The Ghostbusters look over the edge of the roof as the Marshmallow Man climbs higher and higher. They each fire point blank at the Stay Puft Man. The Stay Puft Man bellows with pain and rage as the beams strike him right in the chest and set his skin on fire. He begins to burn with a blue flame that spreads quickly across his torso and down his arms. The Stay Puft Man bellows even louder, flailing his huge arms in response to the searing flames that are starting to engulf him. The Ghostbusters stare at the horrible conflagration.
Oh, good. Now you've gone and made him angry.
The Stay Puft Man. Carbons, flaming hunks of melting marshmallow are flying from his arms as he waves them in wild rage. Peck stands there paralyzed with fear. The mass of flaming marshmallow falls and flattens a newsstand nearby. Then a huge glob of sticky toasted marshmallow comes zipping down from above and lands right on him, burying him up to his neck in melted sucrose. The flaming monster keeps coming, intent on their destruction. Most of his chest is melted away, revealing horrid mass musculature and a skeletal ribcage. They square off and face him for the last time, their weapons poised.
Well then, We're just going to be killed by a 100-foot marshmallow.
He is almost on them, fully engulfed in flames, reaching for them, ready to swat them with his burning fist.
On the count of 3. 1, 2.
No, them! Shoot them! Cross the beams!
The terror dogs stand beside the portal, literally petrified. Venkman hesitates.
No, you said crossing the beams would be bad. It'll kill her and us.
Life is just a state of mind.
But it's my favorite state.
Either way, we're history.
The Stay Puft Man, his burning fist is starting to descend on the Ghostbusters.
Come here.
Now!
The Ghostbusters turn and fire at the 2 petrified terror dogs and hurl them into oblivion. The entire front of the temple is obliterated along with the door. With the destruction of his earthly portal, the flaming monster is suddenly engulfed in a cyclonic wind that begins to swirl around him like a firestorm. The flames are whipped higher and higher as the tornado begins to pick up rotational speed. Then, the Marshmallow Man seems to explode from deep inside, creating a flaming airburst high above the rooftops.
Bye, everybody.
The Ghostbusters are blasted off their feet. The fireball reaches its maximum explosive force. Then a sudden jet of air pressure occurs like a titanic vacuum cleaner in the sky and sucks the flaming mass of gases and ash up through our atmosphere and right out of our dimension. The dark clouds disappear with it, leaving a beautiful sea-clear blue sky over the whole area. It now looks like an ancient ruin. The Ghostbusters are lying at the foot of the stairs. Everything is still. One by one, they get slowly to their feet and look around to see that the crisis has passed.
Everybody okay?
Venkman looks up at the portal. The terror dogs are still on their pedestals, but charred almost beyond recognition. Venkman mounts the stairs and gazes sadly at the remains. Venkman stands there mourning, then a slight movement under the blackened skin of the terror dog catches his eye. The movement gets stronger, then suddenly a human hand pokes through the carbonous coating. Hope surges in Venkman and he starts frantically tearing away the black coating, finally revealing Dana alive and well under the burnt skin of the terror dog. They peel the charred coating off Lewis and help him to his feet. Lewis looks around, wondering how he ended up on the roof of a wrecked high-rise. He looks at the scorched and ripped suit, crusted with the still smoking gobs of the melted marshmallow. Geez, somebody must have spiked the egg salad. He helps Dana to her feet.
Are you all right?
She looks around at the incredible scene.
Oh, sure! I'm getting used to this!
I'm innocent. Honestly, I never touched it. Not that I remember, anyway.
All right, fine. What happened to me?
Nothing. We just got rid of that thing in your kitchen.
Really? Is it gone?
Yeah, along with most of your furniture and a lot of your personal possessions. This one took some work.
Well, thank you. Next time, I want to break a lease. I'll know who to call.
She hugs her.
This is gonna cost you, you know. At least a couple of caps or rat poisoning. Our fees are ridiculously high.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, great. I bet we could write off all the damage as an act of God. Somehow it works. The Ghostbusters look at each other and nod.
I'll go along with that.
They hear the chewing down the street as they cautiously inspect a massive mound of cooling sucrose.
That certainly looks like marshmallow to me.
Yup, it's some kind of mallow-type substance, that's for sure.
Oh boy, you have to wonder why someone would dump a marshmallow that size right in the middle of the street.
Well, I wonder if there might not be a very large cup of hot chocolate somewhere in the area.
Whoa, boy, that would definitely explain it.
outside the lobby entrance to the apartment building, the Defiant awaits patiently nearby. The battered but victorious Ghostbusters emerge from the lobby. Bateman and Dana are holding hands. The crowd roars with unrestrained joy and gratitude. Janine runs over and hugs Spengler enthusiastically. The Ghostbusters wave and head for the Ectomobile parked at the curb. They get into the Ectomobile and drive off with lights flashing and sirens screaming as the crowd cheers wildly.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ghostbusters, the all-female version. Let's hear it for our Ghostbusters. All right, MAGFest. How much time do we have? Are we going over? And does anybody care? Okay. We're going to do one last run. What?
You're out of time. Sorry, guys.
We're still going to go over so everybody can screw themselves. We started half an hour late. We still have not made our game, which we're going to do. We're going to make our game.
I'll be right back.
All right. In the meantime, while they're putting out that fire we just created, we're going to have to do this quickly because we're creating our own game right here. We need some suggestions on what the name of this game will be. Anyone? What's that? Say it again. Blue Stinger. As a tribute to John St. John, who's not here today, we will call this game Blue Stinger. All right. Where is this set? What?
1980s, but actually modern day Japan.
Modern day Japan. Yet it's 1980s. That makes no sense. Okay, I like that. New Jersey Turnpike. There are not enough games set on the New Jersey Turnpike. All right. Now, who is the hero of Blue Stinger set on the New Jersey Turnpike? All right, wait. We heard strong bad. Who wants strong bad? Who wants Matt to do something else? All right, who is our hero? Give me any random name. Wait. You with the glasses, right there, young lady with the shades. What? Yep. Yeah, okay. Matt, you are the lead character in the Miley Cyrus. You are Miley Cyrus. And what does Miley Cyrus do? What is Miley Cyrus's power? What? Hold on. You in the blue. What? No, you in the blue. What? Wrecking ball power. The wrecking ball power.
Hey, Matt.
Now I need to have. You can talk to Matt later.
Where's the panel next? Can we set up right here while you guys are talking?
Yes, please. Thank you. We'll hurry. All right, we need a villain. Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick in the voice of Shrek. Who's got that?
I'll give it a shot.
All right, Ian. Ian will be Bill Belichick. And now I need a sidekick to the hero. Randy Savage, Macho Man Randy Savage. All right. And that is the sidekick to Miley Cyrus. I'll go ahead and do that. And I need an evil sidekick to Bill Belichick. All right, now I need to have a weapon. Absolute is the weapon. Ironing board. Really can't hear you. Shotgun in heaven. What? Old bread? All right, old guys write down mad glue, old bread. What hand grenade? Holding hand grenade. The holding hand grenade of cheese. All right, now, so far we have Ian, we have me, we have Matt, and we have Rebecca. Who is Sherry? What? Sherry is Vincent Price, reincarnated for some reason. Vincent Price, let's see you do that one, Sherry. All right, we have Alex. Who is Alex?
I heard Shrek. I do that.
And Shrek runs the local market. All right, who is Marisha? Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart, weapons expert. All right, who is Karen? What? Squidward. How about just random generic octopus? Now, you know what? Let's make you a Bond villain. You're going to be Octopussy. All right, and do we have everybody? Mike? What do we have you as, Mike?
John DiMaggio. Nigel Thornberry.
Well, I hear, can you do Nigel Thornberry? Yeah. Do what? Basically, Terry Thomas.
Tim Curry.
Oh. Yeah, I can try.
All right, Nigel Thornberry, tour guide. Tour guide of the New Jersey Turnpike. Have we ever? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the game Blue Stinger. Blue Stinger. It is on the New Jersey Turnpike where we first meet Nigel Thornberry, the tour guide, as he is taking people along the fantastic sights.
On your left, you'll see wreckage. On your right, you'll see more wreckage. Down the middle, wreckage.
Sitting on the tour bus, it's Miley Cyrus with her wonderful, loyal sidekick, Randy Macho Man Savage.
You know what's crazy? Most of this wreckage is totally my fault. I use a wrecking ball, by the way.
Let me tell you something, brother. This wreckage is nothing. I've seen wreckage through my life. There's wreckage all over through my life, man. Wreckage all through my life. I love you, Miley.
That's weird. Can I have a sip of that?
As they're traveling in the back of the bus, suddenly the tires start to become de-inflated.
Oh no!
It is the doings of the evil Bill Belichick and his insidious sidekick, Peter Pan.
I'm very serious about these tires inflation late. They're just okay. I did it. All right. I de-inflated the tires. Please, just give me a break here. It was nobody else's fault but mine.
I helped. I could give it a little fairy dust, we could get there faster.
Peter Pan looks over to poor Bill, who can no longer help himself, and tries to do a little musical PR work.
Tires, they're really should be inflated, but they're not. Help me out here, Peter Pan.
Suddenly, the tires have gotten too low, and the bus, to the horror of Nigel Thornberry, begins to spill out over the New Jersey Turnpike.
So don't anybody panic. Just keep your pants on, no weights.
I didn't have pants on to begin with.
Everything's going to be fine.
What are you talking about, fine, brother? I got road rash all over my shoulders here.
All right, panic then.
Everyone began to scream uncontrollably.
I'm Bill Belichick.
Suddenly, the bus slammed directly into the side of the local market. Out of the bus, they fell, wounded, to only be greeted by the local market owner, Shrek.
What did you guys do crashing into my store?
Oh, I didn't been to this store since last weekend.
I don't blame that, sister. Let me tell you something. I blame that guy in the back, Bill Belichick. I blame that little Peter Pan with the musical little thing going around their head. And I think it's time to give us some weapons and go to war.
At that moment,
Did somebody say weapons?
Martha Stewart, weapons specialist at the local market, stepped forward to pander her wares.
Well, you guys are just in luck today because I happen to have this amazing glitter clock. Miley Cyrus, I think the glitter clock would be perfect for you. Yes, and here you are, Macho Man Randy Savage. Here is your periwinkle paisley dagger, hand-painted by myself.
Oh, that's beautiful, sister. That's beautiful. I love it so much.
They took the weapons and they went after Bill Belichick and Peter Pan.
Have that, brother. Have that, sister.
Just think of a wonderful gun. Any happy little gun, and it'll appear.
Suddenly, from deep within her kilt, Peter Pan pulled out the holy hand grenade of cheese.
Oh boy, you know, if you put that cheese right in the middle of a cucumber sandwich, it would go just absolutely perfectly.
You call it a cucumber sandwich too?
You know, I had quite a few cucumber sandwiches in prison.
At the many inappropriate uses of cucumber, a knock at the door brought Vincent Price to the scene.
I'm Vincent Price. I don't know if I'm gay or just frequently feminine. Does anyone else know or remember?
Vincent Price was the stage name of one of the area's most popular drag queens.
Thank you.
Vincent Price came in with a James Bond villain who had had enough of the hijinks on the New Jersey Turnpike, Octopussy.
Anytime anything needs to be pumped up and inflated, call me.
It had gotten really filthy in there. At that moment, Miley Cyrus had an idea that would wrap the whole thing up.
How about we all just get really, really drunk and grind?
And so they did, utilizing old bread from the store, provided for free by Shrek.
Here you go.
I just made this with some fresh donkey in the back, but whatever. Have fun. Do whatever you feel like. In my store, I really don't care what you know. Never mind. Get on with it.
Everyone began to twerk and grind, so much that Nigel Thornberry could not stop throwing up.
Oh, Bob. And Bob again.
The place was then blown off the map. And the remaining smoking hole was called Blue Stinger. Thank you, everybody, for attending Voice-A-Palooza. We thank you for your patience. We thank the next panel coming up for their patience. We hope to see you around MAGFest. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the con. Good night.